This lesson is solving multi-step inequalities. In this example, we're going to solve and graph the inequality x plus 2 is less than -1. We're going to solve just like this was an equal sign, except we just need to know when to flip this over. And the only time we're going to flip this over is if we divide or multiply both sides of the inequality by a negative number. We're not going to have to do that in this case. If we subtract 2 from both sides, we get down to x is less than -3. We've already done the first part of the directions here. We've solved the inequality. Now we need to graph it. This is a simple number line graph that they're looking for here, so we'll do a number line. I don't take the time to put on a whole bunch of numbers on my number line. I only put on the ones I'm interested in, and you can kind of fill in the rest with your imagination or just with your experience here. -3 is the number I'm interested in, and I want to show all the values of x that would be less than -3. Well, numbers that are less than are always going to be to the left on the number line, so everything's going to graph to the left. There's a key thing going on right here at the point at -3. Since -3 is not included in the solution set here, x cannot be exactly -3, it has to be less than. We leave an open circle here to show that. If it said or equal right here, we would go ahead and close the circle and to show that -3 does work. And then we're just going to show that we want all the numbers to the left of -3. So we'll show an arrow going to the left like this. Here's another sample. We're going to solve and graph -x is less than or equal to 40. This time we're going to divide both sides by a -8. Remember, when we divide both sides by a negative number or multiply, but in this case we're dividing by a negative number, we have to reverse the inequality symbol. So my less than or equal to becomes a greater than or equal to, and I've got x is greater than or equal to -5. So that's my solution. Now I just got to do the graph. I graph this. I'm interested in the point at -5, which will be closed this time because x can be exactly -5. It can be or equal to -5. And numbers that are greater than are always on the right. So we'll graph all the numbers to the right with an arrow. You try this one. Solve and graph x is -5 is greater than -1. Go ahead and pause the video right here, give that a shot, and then when you're ready to check your answer, press play. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add 5 to both sides. That gives us x is greater than 4. And then to graph, there's my number line. I'm interested at the point at 4. I want an open circle. Make sure you did that part right, because we can't equal exactly 4. And then we want everything to the right of 4 because we're looking for numbers that are greater than 4. How'd you do? Try this one. Solve and graph -3x is greater than or equal to -6. Go ahead and pause the video and give that a shot. Okay, here again we're dividing by a negative number, so we're going to have to reverse the inequality symbol. -6 divided by -3 is +2. That gives us x is less than or equal to 2. Go to the number line for the graph. We're interested at the point at 2. Close that up because we can be equal to 2. And less than is everything to the left. Try this one. 4 times the quantity x plus 1.5 is less than or equal to 70. I would probably divide both sides by 4, but it looks like I chose to multiply by 4 this time, so I just distributed the 4. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 1.5 is 6. Now we can go ahead and subtract 6 from both sides, and then divide by 4. Notice we didn't divide by a negative number this time, we just divided by a +4, so the inequality stays the same direction. And x is less than or equal to 16. My graph, I'm interested in 16. I need a closed circle there to show that we can equal 16, and everything to the left for less than. Try this one. Here's the solution. Notice that we divided everything by -3 to start, which reverses the inequality symbol because we're dividing by a negative. And then we're adding 5. So -7 is less than x, which is the same as x is greater than -7. Notice the x is still the biggest no matter which way we write this. And we can go ahead and do the number line. We're interested in the point at -7. We want an open circle because we can't equal -7. And we're graphing everything to the right for greater than. That's our learning target for this lesson. I'll see you in class.